J Smooth touching down out that 832, and y'all already know how a motherfucker do. So, I just got through watching Manny Pacquiao versus Jesse Vargas, and congratulations to Manny Pacquiao for becoming the WBO champion once again. You know, it was a good fight while the good fighting was lasting, but I felt like after round eight, round nine, Pacquiao kind of imposed his will. And I thought Pacquiao could have really gotten Vargas out of there, but I think he was a little bit more compassionate due to him becoming a Christian, and that's not necessarily a bad thing either. But definitely congratulations to Manny Pacquiao, and also congratulations to Jesse Vargas because Jesse Vargas could have easily laid down, but I think this is what separates A-level fighters from C-level fighters, and Manny Pacquiao, as we see, is still an A-level fighter. Let's not act like when Floyd Mayweather beats him, then hey, he lost his A-level status. He's still an A-level fighter. He might not necessarily be in his prime, but I can rest assured he can easily become the lineal champion. I definitely pick him to beat a motherfucking cherry picking Garcia. Keith Thurman, I question that. That could be that's a 50-50 fight. Errol Spence, I wouldn't even recommend him even get in front of Errol Spence. But I will say this: Jesse Vargas showed a lot of heart. Sometimes your best ain't good enough, but hey, I give him respect for stepping in that ring against a a, a legend in Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Now, who's next for Manny Pacquiao? Because of course nobody wants to see Timothy Bradley versus Manny Pacquiao. From the WBO rankings, you have, um, as you see, we have Timothy Bradley, who will be ranked number one because Pacquiao is ranked number one in the fight, but right before the fight. So the positions will be Timothy Bradley number one, Errol Spence number two, Jeff Horn number four, Kostazine Paramaria number four, and Bradley Skeet. Yeah, that's his name. Bradley Skeet is the number five guy in that position. But anyway, it was a great fight, for the most part where it lasted. But Pacquiao imposed his will. He used a lot of feints, and Pacquiao's defense is better than what people give it credit for. Pacquiao is not easy to hit. Ask Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather missed a lot of punches in that fight between him and Pacquiao. But for you casual ass boxing fans, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Pacquiao doesn't look a day past. He doesn't look like he's out of his prime. But he is for the most part. So congratulations to Manny Pacquiao. Another thing is I wanted to send a shout out to Bob Arum. I'm not a big Bob Arum fan, but I give props where props is due. He put on a badass undercard in the upset of the night, as I spoken on my last video. No, Nito Donaire getting his motherfucking ass whooped. Whoa! Against my Jesse Magdaleno. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying the name right, you know what I'm saying? So that was a damn good fight. And Oscar Valdez looked good. As usual, I'm ready for him to step up in competition. It's going to be interesting to see if Jesse Magdaleno fights Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? So but nevertheless, Bob Arum put together a damn good undercard. He came out of his motherfucking pockets and did the pay per view his damn self. Because Bob Arum got it like that. Bob Arum been in boxing for ever and a day in this motherfucker. But you know, shout out to Bob Arum. You know, I don't fuck with Bob Arum like that, but shit, he did a good job. I'm not gonna knock him. He did a motherfucker's job. You know what I'm saying? That's all there is to it. But Jesse Vargas was popping Manny Pacquiao with that jab for a minute. And then Manny Pacquiao started slipping those jabs, and man, he started overwhelming Jesse Vargas. I do believe that was a knockdown. Me personally, I think in the 11th or 10th round, my brain is on speed dial in this motherfucker right now. So I enjoyed the damn fight. I bought me some motherfucking pizza, probably gained about 5 pounds and became a fat ass again. You know how I do it. But it's gonna be interesting to see who Manny Pacquiao gonna fight next, because he did tell people after the fight that he was willing to fight whoever the fans want him to fight. So that's gonna be interesting to see. But you do have Errol Spence as a possible fighter because he is ranked number 2 by the WBO, and it's possible that uh, Errol Spence promoter may mandate a fight with Manny Pacquiao or the WBO champion, which he can do. Because Errol Spence is ranked top 5 in 3 of the 4 boxing sanctioning bodies at 147. At one point this time of the year, Errol Spence was ranked in the top 5 in all 4 sanctioning bodies. But I think those testing, I don't think they do VADA testing, so I think they bumped him out of the rankings. I could be wrong on that. But Terrence Crawford fight, I wouldn't mind him fighting Terrence Crawford. I don't think Manny Pacquiao would have a problem moving back down to 140 again versus Terrence Crawford. I do think Terrence Crawford would give Manny Pacquiao ass the business. That's just my conjecture right there. So we'll see. Will that fight happen at a catch weight, or will it happen at 147 or 144, 145? Because Manny Pacquiao practically does not come in at 140 for the 47 for the most part. Normally he's 144, 145. He's never the full 147 limit. So that's that'll be interesting. Another thing is I like the broadcast for the most part. They had Stephen A. Smith, aka Stephen A. Coons, as motherfucking broadcasting. You know how I feel about Stephen A. Smith. Anybody who follows my other channel knows how I feel about Stephen A. Smith, aka Stephen A. Coons. But that's even here or there. But one thing I liked was Timothy Bradley broadcasting on the top ranked network, and Tim Bradley did a hell of a job. I fucks with Tim Bradley, so I think he may got a career in broadcasting. So that'll be interesting to see. But the broadcasting crew was pretty cool. One thing I didn't like was Stephen A. toward the end of the Manny Pacquiao interview cutting in Manny Pacquiao. Let the motherfucker talk, god damn it. Shit. I want to hear what Pacquiao got to say. I know, you cut him off halfway through the end of mid-sentence. Shut the fuck up, Stephen A., and let that brother talk. Shit. I'm not the biggest Manny Pacquiao fan, but at least let the motherfucker talk. Shit. But the broadcasting was well. I fucks with the broadcasting. So it is what it is. But again, congratulations to Jesse Magdaleno. Congratulations to Oscar Valdez. Congratulations to Manny Pacquiao on becoming a world champion again. And I look forward to Manny Pacquiao's next fight. Hopefully you don't get your ass knocked out by one of these hungry lions or have severe brain damage, but hopefully that don't happen because I prefer Manny Pacquiao to go on and give it up in the game, but hey, it is what it is. Pacquiao think he can hang with them hungry lions, shit. More power to him, So it is what it is. Once again, this your boy Jimmy J. Smooth touching down at the 832, and y'all already know how Jimmy J. Smooth do. Subscribe to my channel, and I'm out. Peace out.